Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Saturday and it is time to do some watercolor. I am very apprehensive. I'm not great at watercolor, but I did test the Caran d'Ache Museum aquarels on this paper in this book. So I did this yesterday. Um, it does warp the paper a little bit, but so does the heat drying. And it does give it that watercolor texture. It's very interesting. That watercolor paper texture. It's very interesting. But it did quite well. It just warped it a little bit, but that's more to do with the heat as well as the water. So I was able to get that done. Hello, Noelle. Hello, Christine. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Kim. Great to see you. Glad you were able to make it in. So the page that we're going to be coloring and painting basically is this page here, and it is going to cover us for Shannon's butterfly prompt, as well as expensive medium and female artist. So good morning, Callie. Thank you, Dawn. All right, so let's take a look at what we're going to be using today. So this is the Caran d'Ache Museum aquarels. These were loaned to me by somebody. Hello, Della. And she has recently told me to keep them, which I'm really grateful for, but also extremely flabbergasted on. Um, I will probably use them a lot more, knowing that she doesn't need them back. So, because they are really nice. So how is everyone this morning? So here we are with all of the loveliness. All right, so we're going to start on her face. So I'm going to zoom you in. And we'll try to get as much of the white so that we can get that camera balanced. There we go. There we go. Good morning, Catherine. Having a relaxing morning. That's good. Well, you know, grandkids will do that. Kids will do that. Have little breakdowns constantly. I know my kids used to do it all the time. All right, so we're going to use uh, Noid Pink because I can't say the rest of it for our deeper shadow areas. And this paper is very smooth. It's actually got a bit of a glossy. This is Fabrica Fantasy, and this is her Animals Kingdom book. This is an artist grade book. Um, Fabrica has a specific website that she sells her books from and her pages from. You can, I do believe, find her PDFs on Etsy, but for her books, as well as her PDFs, I do believe I have a exclamation point Fabrica should get you the link to her website. It's not a normal website. I know a lot of people don't like using it, but Ah, yes, shopping. I wouldn't want to go either. I'm using a fairly light hand, and I have taped this onto a backer board. So I've taped this onto my cutting mat so that I can move it when I need to. Not being extremely careful on where things go because I'm going to be spreading them out. So not enough coffee. I've only had 1 cup this morning, so yeah, I know how you feel. It's just not enough. We're just putting in all of the shadowy areas. All the areas we want to have that darker bit of color. Does it really? I will have to change that. I was half asleep when I set the video up last night because it was the middle of the night. I thought, well, I should just, post this. Let's fix that. Let me fix it. Because it'll drive me crazy if I don't fix it now. There, I fixed it. That's a much more reasonable price, absolutely. The price on Amazon has gone crazy. I think it's a price bump before Black Friday so that they can bring it down to regular price and say it's a sale. So I have noticed that they do that sometimes. I think it's absolutely, rude. But a lot of companies do that. A lot of stores do that as well. When you go into Walmart and you see something that used to be really inexpensive suddenly be very expensive, know that a holiday's coming. Just how some people do business. Just so they can say it's a sale. All right, now we're going to go in with saffron. I think. Maybe not. It's a little too orangey. Yeah, I need a little bit of orange in it. And we're going to come off the Noid pink with the saffron. It is very misleading. Yeah, exactly. I know I would forget it. Hello, Alex. Yeah, I will be doing if you haven't seen it, I do a posting on my community tab of different coupons and different sales. And for Black Friday sales and Christmas sales and stuff like that, I post the deals of the day as well as the coupons. So I will be keeping an eye out for those deals that are actual deals, not actual, we're going to change this to the regular price because we've jacked the price up all week kind of deals. Nice. Well, enjoy. New books is always good. They are the Caran d'Ache Museum, Stella. They're the Aquarelle Museums. I'm being a little bit more precise with this color because I don't want it to be overtaking. I want it to blend into the darker color and not be too orange. And it's starting to come out into the face a little, so I don't want it to. And I need a little bit more of that pink. No worries. It's fun to do, and if I can help one person with a sale or with a deal or with a coupon, then that makes me happy. So I enjoy doing it. I will be doing the Christmas coupons again this year and the Christmas deals. As you may have seen, I've already started with the Christmas ornaments and decoration coupons. But if you have any sort of thing that you're looking for Christmas presents that you can't find at a good price or you can't find a good coupon for, you are welcome to leave a comment below the Christmas coupon deals and I will take a look and post it on the next deals. I will be doing a separate post for gifting that I won't be redoing, so all of the comments below that post will stay live on that post. So if you leave a comment and say, okay, I want this, well, I need this, can you find something similar? I can't do brands, but I can find things that are similar or find things that are comparable. Okay. The Woomer pencils are still on the coupon page. So if you are interested in looking at the Woomer pencils, they are still 12% off on the coupon page. All right. Hello, Kenny. I have not made it yet. I'm going to do that after stream today. My son's birthday is tomorrow, so I don't want to make it too early because, yeah, we just eat it. Hello, Sue. Good morning. All right, now I'm using apricot. That went a little too heavy over here, but that's okay. No, it is not a PDF. It is Fabrica Fantasies Animal Kingdom. If you type in exclamation Fabrica, I do believe I have a link to her shop. It's not on Etsy, but she does have a website and she does have a Facebook group. And her website is listed in the Facebook group if you can't find if the link doesn't work. It's been a while since I looked at the link, so. Hello, Catherine. I think I said hello earlier, but yeah, you know how my brain is. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Just went back with that pink just to define her cheek here a little better. down here with her nose as well. I will be activating this, but I want to get all the colors on first so that when I activate them, they will blend together. I've never been able to get a kneaded eraser to work properly. I'm always worried about all the stuff it picks up. It's not the kneaded eraser's problem, it is specifically a me problem. All right, and then we're going to add light flesh 10%. Yeah, that too, Kim. You know, sometimes you just got to let the pencil do what it wants to do. I wish I could get a kneaded eraser to work properly for me. But like I said, it's not the kneaded eraser's fault. It's probably the user. I'm not great with them. I'm always worried about all the stuff it picks up. Now I'm doing a very light layer of this right over top of the apricot. This will tone down those areas of the apricot that went a little too dark. All right. So now we're going to activate. I've got my heat gun here, and I'm going to use a brush instead of a water brush, a brush and water instead of a water brush, because I found yesterday while doing the water brush, it felt like there was just too much water coming down off the water brush, and I wasn't able to control that as well as I am with the paintbrush. Oh yeah, those special places are always horrible. With Della, it's in the pink cabinet. Oh, No, it's in the pink. Your kneaded eraser's in the pink cabinet. The cabinet with the pink drawers. It's where you put it last time, anyway. Okay, I'm going to dry this because I'm seeing some issues with the paper. And I'll come back through and I will adjust as need be with the colors. If you get too much water on your brush, you can end up with that happening. And that's what I was finding happening yesterday with the water brush, was I was getting lots of little areas that were getting way too much water. Yep. They always end up in the weirdest places. Slip off your finger and alright, gonna dry that again. You checked the pink dresser and it wasn't there? Dang it. That's where it's supposed to be. Did the boy borrow it? That's usually the reason why it's not where it belongs. Kid borrowed it. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more work up here on her forehead. But that's fine. Didn't get quite enough pigment on these areas, on her cheek and on her forehead. So once we dry it, we'll add a little bit more of the flesh. And in some areas, a little bit more of the Noid pink. And blend them in. Now the paper is starting to buckle, so I'm just going to make sure it's taped down. My tape is not taking the buckling very well. At the top. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, I say. All right, so we're going to take the pink. I'm just going to come back through here with some of the pink. Like so. Down here as well. Just a little bit of it, just to give that shadow. All right, and then we're going to take that light flesh. Again, I'm doing very, very light so that I don't cut into the paper. And once I get this down, I will come back with a little bit more of the pink to blend it up. So this isn't a harsh line. Just going to blend this in a little more here. Like so. Portraits are one of the things I really enjoy doing, but they took me a long time to get the courage to do more than one color on. It took me a while to learn how to blend the colors together and what colors to use so that you didn't get too white of a face or too yellow of a face. Even then, I still get too yellow of a face sometimes. Sorry, activation, concentration. And then we'll dry it one more time and move on to her lips and her eyes. Yeah. Yep. Thank you for subscribing, Lana. I appreciate it. Yes, getting the cheeks contoured can be difficult as well, Marilyn. Welcome. Good to see you. And I was just going to say that if I find that it's a little bit too yellow, I will take a very light violet, like the ultramarine violet, and correct the area. Up through here. Like so. And then we'll dry it. All right. Now, excuse me. For her lips, we're going to use a little bit of Carmine Lake. No, a little bit of Crimson Aubergine. Yeah. Crimson Aubergine. Our deepest areas here. Yeah, exactly. Portraits are an animal that you just got to jump in and play with, because it all depends upon your pressures. It all depends upon, how you see things, on how they get done. And whether or not you follow the artist, and if the artist has given you direction. And then Scarlet. Yeah. right, and then we're going to activate that. And then we're going to give it a dry. It did post it twice. I saw it. All right. Now we're going to flatten this out again. As you can see, it's, if you can see up, it's starting to curl, and my tape is not holding it down, which is a bit of a bummer. So we're going to just pull the tape areas up. I was hoping it would stay pinned down with my washi tape, but I think I used too thin of a washi tape. So I'm just going to peel it off. It's fine. I was trying to use a pretty washi tape, and instead of, being aesthetic, it's not doing its job. I thought, ooh, that's a pretty one. It stuck well, but it wasn't strong enough to hold down the picture from the curl. But we've got a curl going on, and that's because the paper has a gloss to it. So not only is it fighting the water, but it's also fighting the heat from the heat gun. So that's why that's curling like that. It's not that big of a deal, but it's a little annoying. Now, because it is the butterfly girl, what we're going to do is we're going to give her purple eyes. Yeah, just one of them posted twice. Welcome back, Sue. So this is Violet. And then we're going to use Periwinkle. Welcome back, Marilyn. And then the last one we're going to use is the ultramarine violet. Down here at the bottom. so. And then we're going to activate. If you have something that goes too far, just use a wet brush and pick it up, like so. All right. And there is her eyes. So now we're going to work on her hair. I'm going to keep these close because I still need to do, her neck and her shoulders and all that. But we're going to start on her hair. And we're going to start with brown ochre. And the hair I'm going to do differently than I did with the skin. I'm going to activate after each layer, just so that I can get the hair movement, the strands showing on top of the base color. Right now we're just putting in the base color. So I'm just being very liberal, just coloring the whole thing, coating the whole area. That's okay, Kim, so was I. I do need to actually dry her eyes before I drag my hand across them. Because just my luck, I'll drag my hand across them and end up with purple across my face. Thank you, Callie. The museums are definitely a new product that I haven't used a lot of. I think this is the third page I've done with them, so concentration. Just trying to get into all the places that are definitely, down here. And I forgot to move, so. Alright, so I'm going to zoom you out a little bit so that I'm not having to move it around a whole lot. Because, like I said, it's just the base coat. And I need this one. We don't want the bottom of the butterfly to have brown on it. So we'll get rid of that. I like the way that Fabrica draws. A lot of her pages, especially her full face portraits, are very sketchy. And I like that. Hello, Britt. Hello, Dion. Good morning, and welcome. And of course, we're going to have to put some shadows under the butterflies, but we'll do that at the very end after we have all of her hair colors in. Like so. Alright, now we're going to activate. I'm going to use a bigger brush to activate this larger area. So I'm going to use a number 6 round instead of the number too round that I was using. Just to activate it a little quicker. Nice. Are they on the way to the hospital or? Oh wow. That sounds good. That sounds so good. That sounds really good, Kenny. My turkey is in the freezer. Oh, another one. Uh-huh. I thought you meant the one that was already pregnant. So you're having another one on top of. Okay, so lots of grandbabies this year. Well, congratulations to him. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I've only ever brined a turkey once, and I don't think I liked it. I really didn't like doing it. It was really messy. Well, for me anyway. I made a big mess of it. So just gonna come through here, activate the hair, then we're gonna dry it, and then we're gonna start adding our other hair colors in, our darker hair colors in. This is just to give us a little bit of a base so that the strands have something to stand out against. Yeah, I can understand that. I just literally make a big old mess of it, so I just roast it in the oven. Throw it in a pan, roast it in the oven. I don't get no fancy with it. I can't remember who it was. I think it was my parents. I think my mom tried it, doing a deep fried turkey. And it's like, no, no, I just don't. I don't know about that one either. My problem is I'm always off on my timing of how long it'll take to cook the darn bird. If I think it's going to take 2 hours, it'll take three. If I think it's going to take 3 hours, it'll take two. You know? All right, so I'm going to dry the hair. All right, now we're going to start adding other colors. So we're going to come in with the next color, which is the next lightest color, with green ochre. No, I don't heat up ham. I cook ham. I actually start off with a smoked ham hock because of the amount of sugars that manufacturers put in already cooked hams. I can't eat them, so I just start off with a basic ham hock and cook it myself. Yeah, I usually have Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner at dinner time, so around 6. It's when we normally eat every day, so it's going to have to get moved a little bit for when I start work, but now I'm just flicking in the directions of the hair. So as you can see, the artist has put in different hair strands, and I'm flicking in the directions of those hair strands. and concentrating. Yeah, I've heard it tastes really good. It's just I am horrified of burning things like me. I'm really bad with burning myself, so yeah, best not to tempt fate with a huge vat full of oil in the garage. Okay, so I think that's it on this side. And come up here to the top of her head, so I'm going to turn it so that I can move in the movements of. So, and then we're going to start on the other side here. Yep, yep, I went, nope, I'm out. I know I'm going to burn myself, so I'm not going to. No turkey should be lowered into a vat of boiling oil in, with a pulley while everybody else stands 5 feet away from it. Just saying. It tastes great, but the potential of disaster is way too high for me. The potential for me to be a disaster is definite. It's not even potential, it's just going to happen. We talk everything here. We talk coloring, we talk food. Shannon and Alex and a whole bunch of others talk books. One of these days I'll have time to actually read, but I'm still working on Karen Myers' book. I missed Shannon's last reading sprint, so I'll catch it on Tuesday. Oh, that's awesome, Della. I love pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie does not love me, but I love pumpkin pie. It's one of the few pies that I can make sugar-free and gluten-free very easily. right, so there's that color in there. Now that we're going to activate that. And I'm using my thinner brush for this because I want to get into those movements. The next bit of defining movements, we're going to use even a thinner brush, because then we're going to start working with the darker strands. I'll look up at chat here in just a second. Well, everybody has their own preferences. Hate is such a strong word for an inanimate object. Sweet potato pie is good too. Well, yeah, that's the season that we're in. You know, it is pumpkin season. Just like in the spring, it's the shamrock shakes and all that kind of thing. So, well, they do a lot of peppermint type stuff in Christmas time too. So, it's always mint. I like mint. I'm not overly fond of all the pumpkin spice stuff. It's never been my favorite. Once in a while it's good, but yeah, yeah. Like I said, everybody has their own likes and dislikes. Now we're going to dry it, and then we're going to go on with the next color. Turn over. There we go. Turning it over and drying it on the back side not only dries it if it's soaked all the way through, but with this type of paper, because it's got that glossy paper, when it starts to curl, you just flip it over and dry it on the back side, and that way it will uncurl itself. So, all right, now the next color we're going to use is cinnamon. And the reason for that, Britt, is because when I did the base, I dried it. And then when I brought the flicks in, I only brought the paintbrush in the direction of the flick. And it's one of the things I have found with watercolor pencils. I don't use them very often, but one of the things I have found with watercolor pencils is that as long as you use very little water and you dry in between activations, you will only be activating the new color, not as much of the old color. So you're getting a little bit of blend if you just use a little bit of water. You get a lot of blend if you don't activate dry and then use a lot of water. So up on the face, because I wanted all of those colors to blend together, I put them all down at once and then activated so that I could get them to blend together as one color. Now I'm not doing all of the strands. So I'm leaving some of those strands with that green ochre. And we're coming in with some of the strands with the cinnamon. And that's what I picked it for, was for the butterfly prompt. And the expensive medium. Although I did do expensive medium already with the Felismos. But that wasn't live, so. here. This is where the making sure that you get a good disbursement but not an overtaking of those colors, because you want that yellow to still stand out a little bit, but you don't want it to be in your face bright. But you want some of that cinnamon to stand out, but again, you don't want it to be overtaking. Just like when you look at your own hair, your highlights aren't overtaking. They're just there to enhance and move, show movement in your hair. All right. Go on a little bit more up here. And then we're going to activate. And again, use very little water and flick in the same direction that you put the flicks in for the pencil. Don't just scrub it, gently flick it, and that will keep those hair flicks in place. These little tiny areas you can just blend it in. Gray is in fashion, actually. I'm surprised at how much kids and young adults pay to have their hair gray. And all of us older people are trying to avoid it. No, it's perfectly fine. Welcome back. It's best not to avoid Mama when she's calling. And if you find that some areas have too sharp of a line, you just blend it out with your brush. And this gives you the ability to extend those lines as well to get that flick tail that sometimes you miss putting down when you're using the pencil. Yeah, I've got to see about going up and seeing my mom sometime this month if I can. I won't be able to again until after the spring. Now that I'm going to be working, I can't miss any work during training. It's frowned upon. That's funny, Kenny. Well, you know, chocolate pie is great for breakfast. Wasn't that what it was meant to be? Was breakfast pie? Well, yeah. Gordon wants a German chocolate cake for his birthday tomorrow, so I'll bake the cake today and icing it tomorrow. I have to see what he wants for dinner. Probably be meatloaf. He likes meatloaf. I think that's what he asked for last year. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. Well, not really, because my dad doesn't either. But I do not have any gray hair. I'm actually really kind of surprised. My dad didn't start going gray until he was in his late 70s, so mid 70s. Exactly. Yeah. My dad's not fully gray. He's salt and pepper, but more pepper than salt. Yeah, I was quite happy to, hit 52 and not have any grays yet. So my sister, who has my mom's hair, already has grays, and she's 2 years younger than me. So all right, almost done with this color. Then we've got one more color to put in for our shadowy areas of our hair shadows, and then the shadows from the butterflies. All right, so we're going to dry this. Again, I'm going to flip it over because it's curling. Right. And there we have the basics for her hair. Now we're going to start adding some darker colors. So we're going to add Cassell Earth. And we're going to start going into these deep shadowed edges here, where the hair overlaps and gives us that shadow behind the ear. Ooh, yum. Thank you, Callie. Oh, that sounds good. Or you can just be full gray and sprinkle in a little color. That'll work. Sharpen this again. Just to get a little bit in to those. There we go. That's better. So if you look at your hair, in the areas that overlap, you'll see that your hair is a little bit darker in those areas. Where it's at the ends and it's flared out, you'll be able to see more of those highlights and lighter colors. And that's what we're going for here, is where it's thicker, more condensed. We're getting that darker shadow in there. All right. Like so. Hello, Blue. Bonjour. Bonjour. I need not put my watercolor pencils on my dabbing paper. Yes. Yes, that is what it means. Blue and green pine forest. We just call him Forest Boy. Oh, I do anyway. Again, just going in little flicks, bringing that dark color in. his fault. No, no, you are still mon petit lapin. Or mon petit Lafleur. Sorry about my arm crossing over. My water cup is up here and my dabbing is on the left and I'm right-handed. So what I'm doing is I'm dipping my brush in the water, wiping it off on the paper towel, and then coming into my areas. Because I don't want a huge amount of water, but I want enough water to activate the pencil. That I've put down. All right, Dawn, have a great day and enjoy your Saturday. In French, it's bleu vert et force de pin. De pin. It's bleu. Le bleu. I'm going to have to take French lessons. No, I've had enough lessons this month. I don't need to refresh my French. Thank you, Della. Hello, Angela. You're not late. You're here. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter what time you come in. All right. Or a very, very, very strict French teacher. It took me forever to get accents down and get the rolling. I still can't roll my R's the right way. All right, so I'm going to dry this. Yeah, no, I'm not great at rolling my R's. And then the last color we're going to use is we're going to use French gray. And I'm going to sharpen it. Yep. I had French class from grade 3 all the way through grade 10, and I still can't roll my R's right. Now with this, I'm going in with a full coverage because this is going to be our shadow color under the butterflies. Some areas are going to be thicker than others because the butterfly is standing up higher off of the hair. In those areas, like this area here, that butterfly standing up off the hair. This area here, it's fairly close to the hair. This one here is close up there, but standing up over here. I still need to do her eyebrows too. I just noticed that. I want to get at least her face and her hair done today. And then on Monday we'll finish her up. And then next Saturday we'll pick a new page. Now, once I start working, which won't be until the 16th of December is my first day. But once I start working, we're going to be changing Monday's stream time. It will be a little bit later. I can't guarantee what time, but I do believe I'm going to try to keep it at 6:30. But like I said, it all depends on how exhausted I am when I get home. On the 16th, because the 16th is a Monday, and with it being my first day at work, I may not stream that day because I've got a lot of paperwork and stuff like that that, needs to be worked out, and it may just be a stressful day and I may just cancel that day. We'll see how I'm feeling. It will be an impromptu one. I won't be scheduling that one. Did you not go, Damien? Kim, how was that? I know that you had a really good time. I wish I was able to put together the one here in the Pacific Northwest, because that would have been a lot of fun. Unfortunately, finances got in the way. All right, gotta come in through here, through here. Now I put some up here because this wing is standing up a little bit above, but its dimension is off, so we've just got to compensate for that dimension. All right, now we're going to go back over here. And I know it's not zoomed in, so you probably can't see very well, but all right, now we're going to activate that. I'll finish this one down here. Thank you, Christine. All right, going to activate that gray. Now I'm going to move it towards the shadow area, not away from it, because I don't want to overtake the hair colors with that gray. Now that's why I used a French gray, because it does have a little bit of that red in it, so that it will blend into the brown quite well. Yeah, Mondays are late. The reason why I do a late night one is because I do have people that watch from Australia and other places that sometimes the early morning of Saturday is too early for them. So I'm actually surprised to see blue here. Damien, are you having trouble sleeping again? Merci beaucoup. All right. Okay. And dry it one more time. Just going to soften out those harsher lines on the edge there. Yeah. It's perfectly fine. Like I said, there's a lot of people that listen to the stream until they fall asleep, and I have no issue with that at all. All right. And there we have our page. So that is what we've gotten done so far today. I will probably work on her skin, finish up the skin on her neck and her arms off camera if I get to it. Oh, I do need to finish her eyebrows before I forget. So we're going to use the green ochre. And activate that. Hello, Mona. Thank you for hanging out and lurking away. I appreciate you. And then just a little bit of Cassell Earth. I really like the museums. I think they're very, very nice. But I knew I was going to like them when you let me try yours, so. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the thing with activating and painting and that I don't get to see people come in. So if anybody came in and I didn't see you come in, I am really sorry. Welcome and hello. So this is Fabrica Fantasy, done from her Animal Kingdom coloring book. And I am using, or did use, the Museum Aquarelles, which is a Caran d'Ache product. I will try to finish up her arms and her neck off screen. However, I can't guarantee that I'll get that completed before Monday. I did do this one just to test the page and the paper, and it did quite well in the book. I just didn't want to warp the page behind it just in case, with the fact that this one was in the middle of the book. We will continue on with the butterflies and the rest of this on Monday. Like I said, if I don't get to the skin over the weekend, we will finish that up on Monday, and hopefully this whole thing will be done Monday. Nice. All right, guys. So with that, I'm going to go eat some lunch. Don't know if anybody is on after me. I know Corey streams tomorrow, and yeah, Corey streams tomorrow. Connie is on Monday. Um, yeah, so there's lots of different streams coming up. Hopefully you can attend them and hang out, and I will see you during those. All right, guys, with that, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now.